Hey there, Bob here, and today we're talking about smallmouth bass fishing. What I consider the most beautiful and, in my opinion, pound for pound, the hardest fighting bass in the lake, these bass can be picky. So today, I'm going to tell you the top baits for catching smallmouth bass. First up is the drop shot. Whether you fish it with a minnow or a worm, whether you nose hook it or fish it wacky style or even Texas rig it, this is one of the best ways to catch smallmouth. Fish it deep along rocky banks, off the edges of flats or ledges, or round docks. Just throw it out there, let it sink to the bottom, tighten up the line where you feel the weight but don't lift it off the bottom, and let the worm or the minnow do the work. Minimal movement needed, and you'll catch plenty of smallmouth bass. We like to rig our worms wacky style and give it the flopping action when we twitch it just a little bit. Next up is the shaky head. This is a staple for smallmouth bass. Fish it on rocky banks, points, around the edges of brush and cover, and along gravel transitions. Throw natural colors, light browns, green pumpkins, watermelon reds, and you'll catch plenty of smallmouth on a shaky head. Smallmouth love to sit tight to the bottom, especially when the sun gets up, and this bait will pick off those bass that don't want to chase. Next, one of the most fun ways to catch them, a topwater popper. Early morning, late evening, overcast or rainy days, this can be an explosive way to catch smallmouth.
Yeah, that's mine.
Here's a clip of my personal best smallmouth caught on Lake James on a topwater popper.
Oh, that's a nice one.
There's nothing like a smallmouth busting a topwater in clear water. Focus on points, on flats, over the top of laydowns, and around any area with bait fish. Work it with a simple pop, pause, pop, pop, pause, or get a steady cadence of pop, 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 pop. Sometimes they want to hit it when it's sitting still, and other times they want to keep it from getting away. Find out what they're looking for and fish that way. Next, we have the classic tube bait. You can't talk about smallmouth fishing without talking about using a tube. I prefer a 3 to 3.5 inch tube in white, green pumpkin, smoke, or something with a little purple flake. Fish it around rocky points, drop-offs, and ledges. You can drag it, hop it, or even stroke it off the bottom. It imitates crawfish and baitfish, two of the smallmouth's favorite foods. Next up is the jerkbait. With smallmouth living in clear water, a jerkbait can be a deadly tool, especially in cooler water when the fish are suspended. Look for clear water areas, points and channel swings, and where fish are suspended. Work it with a jerk, jerk, pause cadence, and don't be afraid to let it set a few seconds. A lot of times, those smallmouth will follow it and then crush it on the pause. Last but not least is a small swim bait. Smallmouth key on the bait fish hard. I like a 2.8 to a 3.8 swim bait with a small jig head. I like to throw it out, let it sink to the bottom, and then slow roll it back, every once in a while stopping to let the bait get back on the bottom. Fish it off points, open water, the mouth of coves, and over submerged structure. It's a great way to cover water and locate fish. So to recap, if you're going to chase smallmouth, make sure to have these tied on. A drop shot, a shaky head, a topwater popper, a tube bait, a jerk bait, and a swim bait. Mix these in depending on conditions, and you'll be in great shape to put some nice smallmouth in the boat. If you've enjoyed this video, make sure to like, comment, and share with your bass fishing buddies, and subscribe to the channel for more bass fishing tips. And let me know what your favorite bait for catching smallmouth is down in the comments. Until next time, keep bassing, and we'll see you next video.